Murphy Austin Adams Schoenfeld LLP, focusing on business law and commercial litigation, is proud to support Rob on the Road, Region Rising. More information available at murphyaustin.com.
Coming up on Rob on the Road, Region Rising, 3 Sacramento treasures blossom anew. Go with me inside Front Street Animal Shelter, pairing pets and people in the middle of a pandemic.
Mochi still needs a home.
Lovely Lotus. Peace and hope fill this land park pond. Meet the gardener who created it all.
Hi, this is Gordon.
And how Fairy Tale Town keeps dreams alive for kids through imagination and play.
We have managed to carve out a place where innocence is at a premium.
And now, Rob on the Road, exploring Northern California.
Joining me now is Philip Zimmerman. Philip has been a longtime animal advocate and expert, and now is the director at Front Street Animal Shelter. It is so good to see you, Philip.
You too, Rob.
Glad you're here. You started this job in November of 2019, and little did you know what 2020 would bring.
Yes, it's been a challenging and trying year, but also lots of good, positive stuff in animal welfare.
So how are things right now with connecting people and pets in the middle of a pandemic?
It's been amazing, actually. In March of this year, when we had the first shelter-in-place order here in Sacramento County, and Front Street was, part of that process. And so once that order came through, we then made the decision that we needed to get as many animals out. We put a plea out on Instagram to our community. Within a matter of 2 days, we received over 1,300 of our community members willing to step up and foster animals from the shelter.
Wow, that's just awesome to hear. I did not know the response was that big. I knew you had a big response, but that's huge.
It was so big that we literally ran out of animals that we could send out. And what's even more incredible is it's still going on today. We still have people signing up. We still have people fostering.
That's fantastic. How many of the people that are fostering end up keeping them?
We're seeing more of those, what we would call foster fails. From a from a management perspective, I've always been against those because we need those fosters to go back to the foster animals. But during COVID-19, we are absolutely promoting foster filling. We're seeing a really small percentage of any animals coming back to the shelter, much smaller than before. And again, it's because people have the time.
Are people finding the pictures of the pet they want on your website, one that they'd love to see if it would be the perfect forever family?
This model of fostering animals in homes, it's better for animals and it's better for people. It truly captures that animal. And I don't know about you, Rob, but I'd rather see a picture of an animal sitting on somebody's couch or bed than in a scary, noisy shelter.
It's so nice to be in an environment where unconditional love is at the forefront. And that's what animals do. They keep you in the now. And that's the beauty of having a pet, is that it's truly, they live in the moment.
But there's something really unique about animals. Having that human-animal bond during a time like COVID, it can make a situation that is really highly stressful, and it can just bring it down a few notches. And that's what we're seeing. I mean, there could be so many people right now just saying, I can't handle everything that's going on. And we're seeing totally opposite. People are opening their hearts, their arms, their homes. So it's amazing. And as much as I would like to say it's only Sacramento, we're seeing this across the country. And so that's really inspiring, because to me that says good things about people, and it says that there's a really good future for animals across this country.
I'm so glad to hear you say that.
That really inspires me, that, again, just to see this going on across the country is just, there's so many shelters that are struggling, and to see them empty because these animals are in homes. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, there's, shelters will always exist, will always be here, but we can shift the services that we offer. And that's really what we're all kind of in the midst of forecasting, in the middle of a pandemic. So it's a little challenging, but there's definitely, we would be remiss if we didn't take this opportunity to see if there's a better way for us to do the good work of animal sheltering and animal welfare.
You talk about how animals help get us through. And Philip, I'm going to just say right now, and I think it's important to bring up, because your mother-in-law died from COVID-19, and your sisters-in-law had to go through to see if they had gotten it or not. How is your family?
We're doing good. It was challenging. It was challenging not to be able to, one, be in a different state, and so us trying to be supportive to the family members that were caretaking for my mother-in-law before she got sick. It was difficult. But again, we carried on. And again, if there was some benefit of COVID, it was, working from home, having each other. And I'm going to say it, and we shouldn't be surprised, having 4 little dogs run around the house and keeping our minds on other things, because, you just, COVID-19 has impacted so many people, and we just have to keep carrying on, and it's tough some days, but we're all doing it, and we're seeing communities, and our community is supporting each other, and we're going to carry on, and we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this, and we're going to be better on the other side.
I'm so glad to hear words of encouragement from you, because words of encouragement are so needed today. I am so sorry about your family's loss. And I'm so grateful that you had those precious dogs there to help you cope, because I know how very real that is. And I also want to say to you that I love the challenge and the worth of the charge and answering the call to improve. Not just change, but improve.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I know my staff and our volunteers in our community, we appreciate that, because we're going to do better. We're going to continue to do better. Again, and I can't drive it home enough, not only for animals, but for people too, because it's us humans that place the value on these animals, and we're going to do better.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
Coming up, a place where play and children bloom. An escape into fairy tale town is ahead. But first, right next to the iconic playground is a paradise of peace. A pond filled with lotus. We first met Daisy Ma at the WPA Rock Garden. Now this Sacramento legend is lifting up the lotus for life. It is so good to see you again, Daisy.
Hey, same here.
Look at this. I mean, this is spectacular.
Yeah, it's something you won't see anywhere else but Asia.
Tell me exactly what we are looking at. These are lotus flowers.
Yes.
But what all are we seeing?
Well, this is a lotus plant that used to live in a planter about maybe 15 years ago that was protected by a cage so that the ducks wouldn't consume it, because every part of this plant is edible.
The leaves, the seed
seeds,
pod.
the roots, and it's an ancient plant from Asia.
They're stunning. They're exquisite. You may have noticed that Daisy said a lotus plant. You are looking at the person who planted this. You're responsible for this. I mean, I thank you. It's spectacular.
It's become a place where people are drawn to. You know, families come, and older people who normally don't come to the park come to see the lotus.
We've seen many out here today.
Yeah.
This started with one plant.
Slowly but surely, it started in one section, and then it just kept going and going. But that's the nature of water plants. They're unstoppable as long as they have water.
You know, I have to say that says a lot about the power of one and what one thing can do. One plant,
Yes.
one thought, one action, one step in the right or wrong direction can explode like this.
Yes.
And you mentioned that many people are calling this Peace Pond.
Yes.
It would be so nice for peace to spread that way. What do you think about the name Peace Pond?
Oh, I think that's a beautiful name. For years it was called the Duck Pond, which, you know, it's sort of more generic, but peace is something I think we are all striving for, or we would hope for right now during these unsettling times.
Tell me about the flower. How long does it last?
The actual flower doesn't last that terribly long, but the plant starts blooming in May. It likes the warm temperatures of Sacramento, and it will bloom into October, which is amazing that it has that long, beautiful bloom period. Part of my reason for being a gardener was to make the world more beautiful. I was seeing how the immigrants from Southeast Asia were struggling with adapting to their new world. And I thought, you know, I want to plant something that will speak to them, and I think I was successful.
This is the best year that the lotus have had since planting. Planted around 2005, we're in 2020, and look. I have to tell you something, the person you're taking a picture of planted all of these.
Oh my gosh, bravo to you.
I know! I just
Thank
I have to say that every time someone stops to take a picture, I'm like, she did this.
I just planted one though.
And they all did this.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
See, people just love
Yeah, everyone
knowing
can
that.
connect to it.
I'm coming from Australia and just come here to see the lotus flowers. It reminds me of China, because in China we have this flower in the southern China. Yeah.
So what's that, like a 30-minute drive maybe?
No, it's 3 hours. 3 hours and 17 minutes.
Wow.
Just to see these flowers?
Yes.
In Asia, this has so much symbolism. It's a symbol of reincarnation and purity. And what I keep hearing or reading is that it emerges from the muck and the mud, pure and beautiful. And that's kind of what people should strive for, even though they might have some negative, flaws. They can always become better.
We all get down in the mud.
We can.
But we can also do this.
Yes, emerge beautiful.
What does the lotus mean to you personally?
It was kind of a present for me to the community to grow it. And there aren't many, like I said, there aren't many places where you would see lotus. And so it was like, I need to create more beauty. So I think that helps our society.
I would like to ask you if you could speak for the lotus flower. What would you say?
To me, it connects us kind of to the way past, in that we could have something that is so ancient and primordial living here and thriving. So that gives me a little bit of hope that, you know, our world hasn't been so inhospitable that we can't grow something so ancient
and beautiful.
And beautiful.
You know, it's astounding to me that with all of the bad and good things that have happened in this world, the beauty is what will outlast us. And the lotus is a great example of that.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that people come from out of state to be near the lotus.
Thank you, Daisy.
It's my pleasure.
I'm forever grateful for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful to be able to speak to you today.
Joining us now is Kevin Smith Fagan, the Executive Director of Fairy Tale Town, a Sacramento treasure. Kevin, it's great to see you here.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate the opportunity to get to chat a while.
It's good to see you and celebrating a big milestone in a difficult time at Fairy Tale Town, a massive anniversary marking more than 6 decades.
Yeah, I mean, 4 generations of families now have grown up with Fairy Tale Town, and the beauty of the park and the children's experience, I think, is very much the same as it was for their parents and even their grandparents. It's just a wonderful, innocent place where children have the run of the free play and all the imagination and the creativity that comes with it.
I went to Fairy Tale Town, and I tell you, I was so happy to see an equal mix of all types of people. And when we stepped through those gates, something happened that I did not expect. And I truly, for a moment, forgot about all the stress of the world, right? And these kids just went to their spot where their camps were, and it was so nice to see them forget, for a moment, what's going on.
Yeah, children have lost so many opportunities because of the pandemic, right? So it was just a monumental priority for us to figure out how to safely reopen so that families and kids would have an opportunity to go someplace where they could be kids and laugh and learn and jump and exercise their creativity and their imaginations. So I'm glad that that was what you observed. And another point, Rob, that you made that I just want to circle back and stress on is that Fairy Tale Town is for everyone. All children are welcome here. It would be enough for them to come and have a safe place to have a wonderful time. But the truth is, they are also learning life lessons in imagination and creativity and early literacy and self-determination. And those are the valuable pieces that will serve them their whole lives.
So true. And it's also the things that make it memorable because they remember learning in an unintentional way. They remember things they learned there, not that it was taught, but it was experienced.
I think people are surprised and shocked to realize 250,000 people in a typical year, 250,000 people come to Fairy Tale Town.
That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of the 5 most visited amenities in our region. Fairy Tale Town is built kid size, right? And one of the things that is most valuable, and I don't see ever changing about Fairy Tale Town, is that the child drives the narrative. Almost nothing in the park moves. All the play sets are beautiful and artistic, and it is a gorgeous park. It is so beautiful here every day. But when the kid experiences it, they have to furnish the action, because the play set it doesn't move. They make the story when they interact with the play set.
So many children walk in from the bubble of their lives, and I say the bubble because they have to be with the coronavirus right now. But when they got to Fairy Tale Town, all the cultures just blended right in, because we all are one people, and it was all celebrated there through the eyes of a child. And I think when children are, I believe we should see like children, right? We should see through the eyes of children the goodness of all. And that happens at Fairy Tale Town.
Most Fairy Tale Town visitors are between the ages of 2 and 9 years old. And these are absolutely pivotal developmental years in their young lives.
You learned very on in your career the importance of early childhood education, being involved in elementary education in the East Coast before you moved west.
Yep.
And you've also been involved with KVIE for more than a decade. Our associate general manager, heavily involved in the education department. You know education and early childhood experiences. What have you learned in this new role about the importance of play and education in this crazy time that we're in?
I have learned, maybe more than anything, the critical importance of free play in the development of the whole child. And when you stop to think about it, a child's experience today of the world is a lot different than it was a generation ago or 2 generations ago. Kids don't they don't explore their neighborhoods the way that was very common for past generations. And there are, I think, compelling reasons why it is different now, and maybe why it needs to be that way. But what is lost is that sense of free play. And in free play, children learn so much social interaction development pieces. They learn how to resolve conflicts and navigate conflicts. They learn in free play some of the crucial things that we've talked about, how to exercise their imaginations, how to build on their own creativity. When you make up your own games and you make up the rules and you change them on the fly, you're learning. You're doing problem solving. And when you look ahead to what's going to happen later, when they face temptations in middle school and high school and beyond, and they have to make choices that start to have real implications for their lives, we want kids who know who they are, and they know that they are the ones who think for themselves and control their decision making. And that starts in free play. You're now the executive director in 2020. What a year to take the helm. Yeah, obviously 2020 is unfolding differently than any of us would have anticipated. At its core, Fairy Tale Town is here to serve the needs of children and families. So when we stay focused on that, and we have a great, highly dedicated board, and the staff is amazing, we talk about how we can be of service to the community. They rely on us. The kids really need these constructive outlets now more than ever. So let's just find a way. We have to find a way because it's about the kids. Positivity spreads exponentially, always, but particularly in times of crisis. And when I walked onto Fairy Tale Town grounds, I felt like I had stepped into joy, stepped into a promise that things were going to be okay. Because I saw those kids
all of whom only saw each other as other beautiful, bright little souls. And that is fostered there and nurtured, and we're a better place because of it. And so I thank you for that, Kevin.
Thank you for understanding what we're really about. We have managed to carve out a place where innocence is at a premium. There isn't cynicism inside the gates of Fairy Tale Town. There's no sarcasm inside the gates of Fairy Tale Town. What there is caring for the child. That's what Fairy Tale Town is about, just caring for kids.
Murphy Austin Adams Schoenfeld LLP, focusing on business law and commercial litigation, is proud to support Rob on the Road, Region Rising. More information available at murphyaustin.com.